Now it calls. Welcome to the Shed Show. I was hoping you would call before I hit record. Because I just got on it, but like I was like, all right, if you didn't call, you'd be busy, so I hit record.
I think you're trying to duck me.
If I was trying to duck you, I wouldn't get on Skype. You're the only one I talk to on here. For the most part. Well, welcome to the Shed Show. I'm DJ Uncle Bobby. With me is Joe. He kind of vanished for a while. What happened, buddy? You weren't on the last two shows, I think.
Well, fuck you. You were supposed to come back last night. You didn't.
Well,
Then I find out you're doing a fucking YouTube awards fucking show and a top 10.
no, I did.
That wasn't rad. It was that you didn't come back.
I did that show. I had Skype up, I think, when I did the award show. You just didn't call. I thought you were working or something. The Blog Talk Radio show. I did that one. See, and that's the thing about what I hate about Blog Talk. You schedule something, and then something comes up, and when,
Fancy blog talk was there, you know.
huh?
We're gonna turn it into fancy blog talkers.
Yeah, we should take it over. We really should.
We should get it fired for doing it.
What, Blog Talk? No, I love Blog Talk. Your
Did you
TV.
know that 9 out of 10 homosexual Ku Klux Klan members have been elected blog talk shows?
I don't think that's a true stat.
What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing with your TV?
What the fuck are you doing?
Fucking killing me with that. I actually had to turn off my instrumental loop because I thought somebody was talking on it.
Oh my God, Bobby, the Toronto mayor admitted to smoking crack.
What?
He admitted to it.
I know.
He only did it once, though, in a drunken stupor.
Yeah, sure.
So here's the mayor's version of how things went down. He was having a few drinks one night in the office. Decided, you know what? I can only assume he was watching an episode of The Wire on HBO.
Right.
And he thought, you know what? That crack cocaine really looks like it's got its shit going on. So, I think I'll get my driver to take me to a crack cocaine house, where I'll then ask two complete strangers to give me some cocaine, so I can try it. And being the mayor, they won't be freaked out at all, and they'll probably, give me some. So that's his version, that he, got drunk and tried it one time, but the thing is, the video has him smoking the crack in the driveway of a known drug house in a seedy part of town.
And see, what I'm getting out of your sarcasm is, it's your belief that, which I tend to, I think I'm going to agree with you, that there's no way this was his first rodeo.
What I'm saying is, anybody that's ever gone on a hard drug trip knows what happened to that guy was he was wherever it is, he always smokes crack, and he ran out of his crack. He said to the driver, "I'm not done smoking crack yet. Take me to where I can get some fucking crack."
Exactly. And first off, being a crackhead
And
isn't.
my only advice is, Mayor Ford, get away from the crack, do lines, because once you do enough lines, your nose swells up and you're done for the day.
That's when people start smoking crack. Believe me, I know. I've smoked crack before, and I've smoked crack before, and
That's your nose telling you had enough, party boy, go home.
and usually that's what it ends up. That I can't get no more up my. I couldn't get no more because I don't do this anymore. I couldn't get no more up my nose, so I would hit the pipe. And from experience, and this is my past, in my 20s, everybody has their, some take it further than others, but everybody has their part of their youth where they fuck up. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the good part is you were able to, if you lived through it, you could tell your stories and tell everybody how you lived through it. And that's the case here. And from experience, I can tell you, it's not as easy as you would think to be a crackhead. I seriously doubt the mayor or whoever he is, this was his first rodeo, because you gotta kind of know your shit to be a crackhead. Like you don't just do it for the first time and do it right, is what I'm saying.
Well, what I'm saying is if you're a crack dealer and somebody pulls up who you've seen on the news every day as the mayor looking for crack, you're gonna be like, "What you talking about, Holmes? There ain't no crack dealers around here."
Right. So you're saying the guy had to have known him to even serve him. Right.
I'd be waiting for the bus to be going to work, motherfucker. Oh, sure, high-profile person we see daily on the news. Here is some crack cocaine. You need me to speak into a microphone as well?
Yeah. He's definitely known in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this was definitely not his first
I
time.
realize somebody who's never been involved in drug deals might believe his version of it. But anybody that's been anywhere remotely around any...
I believe it's a half truth, like it usually is. I've heard you say it as well. Usually there's the one person's side of the story, the other person's side of the story, and then the middle, which is the truth. And I believe it wasn't his first time, but he probably does only do it every time he gets too drunk, and then he wants to go ahead and smoke some crack. So he told half the story right. He just wasn't his first. There's no way it was his first time going.
Bobby, here's what they're saying about that is I didn't know that I could use one of my substance abuse problems as an excuse for my other substance abuse problem.
What the fuck are you doing?
Because you might not know this, that we know up here. He's always in the news for being drunk at public events and stuff too, and fucking shit. Like he's a bit of a party animal.
Aren't we all, Joe? Aren't we all?
Yeah, but see, I agree, but he supports the party that wants to put people like him in jail.
That's the problem with politicians.
Well, not all politicians. But
No, but a lot of them, they're two-faced.
them guys that are out about, we should, homosexuality is an abomination.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of those.
Then they're in the airport bathroom trying to blow the guy in the stall next to them.
Yeah, and that was here in Jersey.
Looking for homosexual activities, I take an extremely wide stance.
That was our guy, wasn't it? Jersey's guy.
I'm evacuating my bowels.
Wasn't it, Joe? That was our guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that he wasn't trying to single anything. He takes an extremely wide stance while he's on the toilet.
Yeah. Believe me, I remember that because I'm from New Jersey, where that guy was, in politics. What was he? What was that guy?
He was a
Senator or something like that. But as soon as, let me tell you something, when all that shit was going down, we went back to South Carolina to visit some people.
Did you vote yesterday, Bobby?
No. And that's all I fucking heard. Well, here's the thing, too, about voting. I know you're a big voter. You're a big thing on voter, and people who don't vote are losers. But here's the thing on that. John Giorno, Johnny G, we call him here on the radio. He works with me. He posted on Facebook, don't forget everybody to vote tomorrow. So I'm like, all right, well, what are we voting for? He's like, I don't know. Find out when we get there. So, I don't know, man. Wouldn't you think if you're going to be a voter, you need to kind of know what the fuck you're doing there?
Bobby, but the thing about that is that it has been on the news every day. All you have to do is watch the news.
Listen, if I go there and vote shit, right, and I don't know what I'm doing, and then you're going to get mad at me anyway. Oh, Bobby, you voted for that? Oh, God, Bobby, you're an idiot. Blah, blah, you're a fucking loser. It's the same fucking thing. I believe if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, if everybody voted, everybody says vote.
What I'm saying is that if you shouldn't go vote, and everybody should go vote regardless.
No, because if everybody voted, believe me,
you should go vote every time, Bobby. You know
if
why?
everybody in America voted, America would go to fucking shit in a year. I guarantee it. Some people shouldn't even have the right to vote because they're
Why
idiots.
it wouldn't go to shit, Bobby, if everybody voted? And I'll explain to you why. Here's why. Because politicians pander to their voting base. The Republicans pander to the Bible. That's why they're always preaching stuff about the Bible, you know what I mean? Because those people show up and vote. They pander to old people. You know why? Because those people show up and vote. So if poor people started showing up and voting, politicians are starting to pander to poor people. They're going to pander to the voting base. But since most poor people don't show up and vote, politicians don't target them like they do the seniors and fucking the religious and stuff.
Public opinion. When you get a masses.
If you look at who shows up and votes on election day, it's fucking religious people and old people are the biggest numbers. And if you watch your elections, who are the politicians always fucking talking to? Religious people and old people. Because on election day, they're the motherfuckers that show up. Everybody talks about it. You know what I mean? Like when elections are on and stuff. But actual election day, man, a lot of people don't show up and vote. And politicians pander to the people that do. Because they know who's showing up to vote because they have the voters list.
Yeah, but they only pander to them people because those are the people that are going to vote their way.
Well, but because they're the only people that show up and vote. I guarantee you, if everybody started to show up and vote for 2 elections, the third election, both parties would be all over the biggest demographic of voters. See, and the reason that the Republicans like to target the religious people is because those people follow blindly.
Yeah, well, so do some of the poor people you're wanting to vote. You think every poor person's like you, or you know what I mean, and they're not. Some people, the majority, the mass, when you get people in a group, they're stupid, they're dumb. It's the group. When people are in a group, they're dumber than ever because they're only following. In that group, there's really only a few people the whole group is actually following in the decisions. You might have a group of 100 people, but really only 25, if you're lucky, are running the show. And everybody else is just following that person. So you're going to wind up, if everybody in America, every single person, if they made it that you had to vote, here's what would happen. Some ridiculous person would wind up being president, like fucking Paris Hilton or something.
What you mean, like somebody would end up fucking president that lies to the country and takes them to wars?
Well, we got that already. No, but we'd get somebody that it was just like it's just a popularity contest as it is. It's just a pop.
How come Paris Hilton doesn't run Australia?
Because she doesn't try to be one, but if she did,
what do you think? Fucking no, you know Australians. Like Australians are notoriously crazy. Big pot smoking, fucking booze bags, surfers, fucking. You know what I mean? It's law that you got to vote there, and they've got the highest minimum wage out of the Western world, and fucking they owe no money to the World Bank. So that what you say will happen. And the only country where it is law never happened.
Hey, prove me right and do it. I'm all for it. Let's do it. There'll be a lot of people that still won't vote, and the jails will fill up here because the difference.
Jails. They don't put you in jail. They find you on your income tax.
Yeah, and what if you don't pay? Oh, they'll just take it out of your income tax. That's fine, and that's fine too. But the thing is, you're forgetting about Australia and America. I think you're forgetting the fact that I probably believe, honestly, that Australians are probably smarter.
I don't think. I think, I bang on Americans a lot and fucking, like, the boys bang on me for being Canadian, but as a rule,